You're born into the world screaming, which is pretty standard for babies, except your screams make the hospital lights flicker and the heart monitor go haywire. The nurse drops her clipboard. Your mother smiles, that particular smile reserved for Addams family members who just witnessed something delightfully disturbing. Welcome to life as a Raven psychic, where your first breath comes with a side of existential dread and a complimentary vision of the attending physician's upcoming divorce. For your first few years, you're just a regular creepy kid. You stare at empty corners of rooms like something's there. You refuse to smile in family photos. Your favorite toy is a vintage Ouija board. Your grandmother slipped into your crib when nobody was looking. Normal stuff, really. Your parents think you're just going through a phase. A very long, very specific phase that involves predicting when the goldfish will die with unsettling accuracy. Around age 7, things get weird. And by weird, I mean weirder than your baseline weird. You touch your teacher's desk and suddenly see her crying into a pint of ice cream while her cat judges her life choices. You keep these visions to yourself because honestly, who wants that conversation? Your classmates already avoid you because you wear black to school picture day, and your lunch always smells like formaldehyde. Middle school rolls around like a hearse at a birthday party. Other kids are worried about acne and first crushes. You're having prophetic dreams about pop quizzes and cafeteria food poisoning. The guidance counselor suggests you join drama club to express yourself. You predict she'll quit her job in 3 months. She thinks you're being dramatic. She quits in 2.5. Then comes your 15th birthday. Remember when other kids got cars or phones for their sweet 16? You get your first real psychic vision, and buddy, it's not sweet. 1 minute you're cutting your pitch black birthday cake, the next you're watching someone get murdered in vivid, HD detail. The vision hits you like a freight train made of nightmares. Your eyes roll back, your body goes rigid, and when you come to, everyone's staring at you like you just performed an exorcism at Chuck E. Cheese. Your family exchanges knowing looks. Grandmama mutters something about the gift manifesting. Your mother, a dove psychic who only sees rainbows and puppy adoptions, pats your head sympathetically. She can't help you. Doves don't understand ravens. You're the family's little harbinger of doom now, and there's no return policy on genetic gifts. Training? Oh, you'd love some training. Except here's the catch. Living psychics can't train other psychics. You need a dead ancestor to reach out from beyond the grave. So, you spend your nights trying to summon great-great-aunt Calpurnia, who supposedly went mad from her visions and died laughing at her own funeral. She's taking her sweet time getting back to you. Death apparently doesn't improve punctuality. High school at Nevermore Academy should be better, right? Wrong. You're surrounded by werewolves, vampires, and sirens who think they're special. Meanwhile, you're touching doorknobs and seeing which freshman is going to fail advanced torture techniques. The other ravens avoid you because misery might love company, but paranoia needs personal space. You try to control it. You really do. You wear gloves to avoid accidental psychometry. You practice meditation, which is hilarious because clearing your mind just makes more room for visions of impending doom. You even try positive thinking, but optimism on a raven is like putting a tutu on a vulture. It's just sad. The visions get stronger, more frequent. You touch a library book and see 3 different students crying over their term papers. You brush against someone in the hallway and witness their future breakup in excruciating detail. Your brain is basically Netflix for tragedies, and you can't find the off button. Dating? You touch your crush's hand and immediately see them marrying someone else. You predict every fight, every disappointment, every eventual ghosting before the first date even happens. Your romantic life is deader than the spirits you occasionally commune with. At least the ghosts show up when they say they will. College arrives with a scholarship to study thanatology because of course it does. Your dorm room looks like a Victorian funeral parlor had a baby with a hot topic. Your roommate requests a transfer after you correctly predict their goldfish will die. Again, you're starting to think you have something against goldfish. The visions are constant now. You can't turn them off. Every handshake is a horror show. Every hug is a highlight reel of heartbreak. You start wearing multiple layers just to avoid skin contact. People think you're making a fashion statement. You're just trying to get through Tuesday without seeing someone's tax audit. Your 20s are rough. Other people are building careers and relationships. You're building walls between yourself and humanity because, frankly, knowing everyone's future failures is exhausting. You get a job at a museum where you can wear gloves all day and people don't question why you're talking to the artifacts. The artifacts don't talk back, but their memories do. You spend lunch breaks learning about Victorian poisonings and Renaissance betrayals. It's actually kind of relaxing. Then it happens. The big one. The vision that changes everything. You're cataloging an ancient obsidian mirror when the psychic equivalent of a nuclear bomb goes off in your brain. You see everything. Past, present, future, all at once. Every tragedy that has ever happened or will happen in that building flashes before your eyes. You're drowning in other people's darkness. When you wake up, you're on the floor. Your tears are black, streaming down your face like tiny rivers of liquid void. That's new. Psychic exhaustion, the books called it. You've pushed too hard, seen too much. Your mind is fracturing like a mirror someone's taking a hammer to. This is what drove great-great-aunt Calpurnia mad. This is what happens to ravens who fly too close to the psychic Sunday. You quit your job. You move to a cabin in the woods where the only things to touch are trees, and trees have boring memories, mostly sun and rain and the occasional bear. You wear gloves constantly now, even in summer. People in town call you the weird hermit, if only they knew how weird. Years pass. The visions never stop, but you learn to surf them instead of drowning. You become the town's unofficial oracle. People leave offerings at your door. Black candles, dead flowers, the occasional casserole. You predict disasters with the casual air of someone mentioning the weather. Storm coming Tuesday. Also, don't take Highway 9 on Thursday, trust me. Your hair goes white prematurely. Stress, the doctor says. You don't tell him it turned white the night you accidentally witnessed the heat death of the universe because you touched an antique astronomy textbook. Some things are better left unsaid. At 60, you're a legend. The raven who survived their gift without going completely mad. Mostly mad, sure, but not completely. Young psychics seek you out, desperate for guidance. You tell them what Calpurnia finally told you when she bothered to show up 40 years late. You can't fight the darkness. You are the darkness. Embrace it. Also, invest in really good gloves. 70, 80, 90, your visions get weird now. Past and future blend together. You're not sure if you're predicting things or remembering them. Does it matter? You've seen every way the world can end and a few ways it probably shouldn't. You've witnessed more heartbreak than 1,000 soap operas and more death than a medieval plague doctor. One morning you wake up and realize something's different. The visions have stopped. Complete radio silence. You touch your coffee mug and see nothing. Just a mug. You walk outside without gloves for the first time in decades. The mailbox doesn't scream prophecies at you. The doorknob doesn't show you the mailman's impending bankruptcy. You sit on your porch, waiting for the inevitable. When death comes, he's exactly what you expected. Tall, dark, and holding a scythe that's definitely compensation for something. Took you long enough, you say. Death checks his watch. Actually, you're early. Didn't see that coming, did you? And for the first time in your long, cursed life, something actually surprises you. You die laughing, just like Calpurnia. Turns out madness is hereditary, but at least it's got a sense of humor.